sitting there in the summertime. I know you wanna join me, it'll be sublime. The beat is going strong, playing my favorite song, and I can tell it won't be long till you're here with me, yeah me. And I can tell it won't be long till you're with me, yeah me. Singing I love VBC, so put another song in your earbuds, baby. I love VBC, so come and join the fun and dance with me. Ow! It's time to make some crafts and maybe play a game. After this week you won't ever be the same. I said come on and join the fun, we'll learn all about God's Son. And I can tell it won't be long till you're here with me, yeah me. And I can tell it won't be long till you're here with me, yeah me. Singing I love BBC, so put another song in your earbuds, baby. I love BBC, so come and join the fun and dance with me. Join the fun, we'll learn all about God's Son. And I can tell it won't be long till you're here with me, yeah me. And I can tell it won't be long till you're here with me, yeah me. Singing I love BBC, so put another song in your earbuds, baby. I love BBC, so come and join the fun and dance with me. I love BBC, so put another song in your earbuds, baby. I love BBC, so come and join the fun and dance with me. I love BBC, so put another song in your earbuds, baby. I love BBC, so come and join the fun and dance with me. I love BBC, so put another song in your earbuds, baby. I love BBC, so come and join the fun and dance with me. I love BBC, so put another song in your earbuds, baby. I love BBC, so come and join the fun and dance with me.
All right, listen. It was supposed to be me that went first, but you went first, and then you went next, and now it's me.
I
Definitely.
think it was
It's me
our
definitely.
day.
Are you ready?
It was the better.
Here we
I
go.
did a better job. I
don't
did
know
the
how
best
you can say
job.
that. You haven't even seen the
And
whistle.
I still
How
have
do
the
you?
whistle.
I don't have a whistle.
Let's start the day with a song. Get ready to move.
Hey there, engineers! Come join me in the train yard for some awesome magic tricks. Hello again, engineers. Welcome to day number 3 of our magic show. As you might have guessed, I have 3 more magic tricks for you here today. First of all, I have this box of matches and this pin here. And for the second trick, I have this little thin red balloon. And lastly, we have another card trick with these 5 engine cards, all with numbers on them. So let's start right away with the magic trick of the matches and the pin. So like I showed you guys earlier, I have this match that has been pierced with this pin in the middle, as you can see here. As you can see all the way around, it's just an ordinary pin, ordinary match. So what if I told you that I could make this match pass through the pin and end up on the other side? With a simple tap of the magic wand, like so, and a simple flick, it is now on the opposite side. And I didn't even spin the pin around, but for good measure, we'll do it one more time. I will tap the magic wand again, and with a simple flick at the bottom, it is now back on the top again. Pretty amazing. Okay, now let's move on to our trick with the little thin red balloon thing. Once again, come a bit closer so you can see a bit better. Okay, so as you can see here, I have this little thin red balloon with a little air bubble that I blew inside of it. So, what if I told you that I could grab this little air bubble off of the balloon, hold it in my hand, and then throw it back on the balloon? So watch carefully. I'm going to grab the air bubble from the balloon and grab it into my hand, like so. Alright, it is now being held tightly in my hand. I better not let it escape. Now I'm going to throw it back on the balloon in 3, 2, 1, ah! And there it is again. Now let's do it one more time, but I'm going to add a twist to it. I'm going to grab the air bubble, put it in my mouth, and then spit it back on the balloon. Watch this. Alright, so now it's in my hand again. I'm going to swallow it. And there it is, back on the balloon again. Look at that. And last but not least, we have our trick with the 5 engine cards. Once again, come over my shoulder so that you can see on the table here. Okay, now for our third and final trick, you can see that I have 5 more engine cards, each with a corresponding number on each of them. So what I want you to do is to take your first name and count how many letters are in it. So for example, my name is Steven, I have 6 letters in my first name. So take a minute and count how many letters are in your first name. Now, what I want you to do is to place your cursor or your finger on any one of these 5 engine cards. And when I say go, you are either going to move left or right the number of times as there are letters in your name. So for example, my name was Steven, which has 6 letters. So if I started here, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you reach the end in either direction, you'll simply go back the way you came. So if I started here, I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you ready? Okay, place your finger or your cursor on any of the cards and move left or right as many times as there are letters in your name. Okay, are you with me? Perfect. Now, look at the number that your finger or your cursor has landed on underneath. Now, take that number, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and move either left and right that number of times. Again, if you reach one of the ends, move back in the opposite direction. So if I landed here, I would go 1, 2, or 1, 2. Perfect. And I predict that you will not have landed on the number 5 card or the number 1 card. Okay, now what I want you to do is to move one more time. And I predict that you will not have landed on number 4. And let me think, not number 2. You've landed on the number 3 card. Thank you so much for joining me again, little engineers. I'll see you tomorrow for day 4. Bye now, have a good one.
Okay, everyone, get comfy. It's time for a story. Jesus walks on water. Remember our story from yesterday? This is what happened right after Jesus had finished teaching, healing, and feeding over 5,000 people. It was the evening of a very busy day for Jesus and his disciples. Once Jesus had sent the crowds back home, he told his disciples to row back to Capernaum, and he said that he would join them later. The disciples went back into their fishing boats to sail over to the other side of the lake. Jesus, meanwhile, had gone up on a mountain to pray to his Father. As night fell, the skies filled with dark, stormy clouds, and before long, a thunderstorm broke out at sea. The disciples were scrambling to keep control of their tiny fishing boat. They were straining on their oars, and the wind and waves shook the boat in all directions. At about 3 o'clock in the morning, Jesus had finished praying. He could see the disciples had rowed a couple miles away from the shore. He started walking the quickest way back to Capernaum, across the sea. That's right. Jesus started walking on the water in the middle of a storm. Jesus was planning to walk past the boat and meet his disciples on the other side of the lake. But suddenly, the disciples saw a mysterious figure out on the sea beside them. "It's a ghost!" they cried out in terror. First a storm, now a ghost. They were terrified. They didn't realize it was really Jesus. "Don't be afraid," Jesus called out to them. "Take courage. I am here." But Peter, one of the disciples, wasn't sure. "Lord, if it is really you," he asked, "tell me to walk on the water to you." "Yes, come," Jesus answered. So Peter slowly went over the side of the boat and stepped on the water. To his amazement, he didn't sink. He started walking on the water towards Jesus. He could hardly believe his eyes. But suddenly, there was another crack of thunder, and a huge wave was heading straight for the boat, and straight for Peter. Peter was so scared from the sound of the wind and the size of the waves that he started to doubt he could stay afloat. Immediately, he began to sink. Peter was terrified. "Lord, save me," he cried. Jesus quickly reached out his hand and caught Peter. "You have so little faith," Jesus told him. "Why did you doubt me?" Jesus lifted Peter back into the boat and climbed aboard to join the disciples. As soon as he climbed in, the wind stopped and the sea became calm. Almost immediately, the boat reached the shore. The disciples were utterly amazed. "You really are the Son of God," they exclaimed. There was no doubt in their minds. No one could walk on water unless God's power was at work through Jesus. Our big idea for the day is this: life isn't always easy, but God is always there for us. Sometimes in life, things can be hard for us. But no matter if we're sad or mad or scared, God promises to be there for us, just as Jesus was there for the disciples during the storm. Remember that when you keep looking at Jesus, He will look after you, no matter what is happening to you, and no matter where you are. Even when Peter took his eyes off Jesus and got distracted by the storm around him, Jesus was still there to help him. Jesus is always there for you too. Are you guys ready to sing? Here we go.
Now it's time for our object lesson. I wonder who we'll meet today.
Hey guys, it's your one and only Glitter Girl. I'm so glad you came back to see me again. You obviously didn't get enough glitter last year. Here, let me give you some now. Well, this year I've discovered something amazing. Can you guess what it's about? That's right, it's about glitter. I've discovered that I can have all my glitter delivered by train. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Boxcars and boxcars filled with all kinds and all colors of glitter. Even the engine had some glitter on it. I'm seriously thinking of moving down to work on the railroad. That way I can get my hands on even more glitter. Well, I bet you guys are probably wondering about our object lesson. Let's see. On my table, I have this big bowl of water. And let's say that this bowl of water represents life with all of its ups and downs. Now, let's take these paper clips and say that they represent people. You, me, and everybody else. But these paper clips don't have Jesus to lean on. They don't have any trust in Jesus. And watch what happens if we just drop them into the bowl to live life on their own. Do you see what happens when we try to live life without Jesus? We sink. The paper clip sank to the bottom of the bowl. But now, let's add Jesus into the mix. Let's take this special paper clip and say that it represents Jesus. Okay, now let's see what happens when these regular paper clips have faith in Jesus. They have help from Jesus. Look what they can do. Guys, do you see this? Wow, look at that! When these paper clips had faith in Jesus, they were able to float on this surface. But wait, I also have this dish detergent. Now let's say that the dish detergent represents doubt and fear and all the bad things that hold us back from the life Jesus wants from us. Oh no, the paper clips all sank to the bottom of the bowl. They let all the doubt and fear overtake them. We have to make sure that we get that doubt out of our life and focus on Jesus instead. You see, in our story, Peter got distracted and focused on the waves and the storm instead of on Jesus. He let doubt and fear overtake him. And that's when he started to sink, just like how these paper clips sunk when that nasty dish detergent was in the mix. By ourselves, life isn't always easy, and we might feel that we can't do the impossible, like walking on water, for example. When these paper clips tried to float on their own, they just sank to the bottom of the bowl because they didn't trust in Jesus to look after them. But the paper clips that did trust in Jesus were able to float. If we rest on Jesus and have faith in him, he can help us to do amazing things we could never do on our own. And by the way, Jesus rescued Peter, even when Peter forgot to trust in him, and he will do the same for you too. He'll pull them out. So remember, even when life is difficult or scary, and even when we start to sink, God is always there for us. When we trust in him, he can help us do amazing things. Well, I should be going now, friends. I've ordered an entire shipping container of glitter, and it's coming by rail. It'll be at this station any minute now, so that means I gotta be at the station too. Have a glitterific day. Goodbye.
Hey there, engineers. It's time for our memory verse. Let's join the 5 crazy ladies.
It's day 3 already? What? We're learning our 3rd memory verse. You guys have the other 2 memorized, right? Well, this one's a little longer. So let's see if we can do it. This one is from the book of Psalms, chapter 34:17. I'm already nervous about those numbers. 34:17. Okay, this is what the verse says. It says, "The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles." Got it? Let's add some actions in now. So we're going to say, the righteous cry out. We're crying out. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. A little scared because we got a lot of troubles. Got it? That's pretty good. Let's do it again. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. Psalms 34:17. The 17 almost got me. All right, we're going to do it together one more time because we got to practice those numbers, and then we'll call the ladies. Just give me a second. All right, last time for you and me together. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. Psalm 34:17. Nice. All right, let's bring in those crazy, crazy ladies. Ladies! I'm ready to glitter the memory verse. Let's go. It's time to verse it up, y'all. I'm so ready. I'm ready. Let's rock! A little tip, everyone. Stand up straight, shoulders back, and don't forget to enunciate. Ready? I've been working on my memory verses all the livelong day. I've been working on my memory verses, and I've got one now to say. Thanks, ladies. Couldn't do it without ya. All right, here we go. All together. The righteous cry triumph, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. Psalm 34:17. Nicely done. All right, you earned a good break, ladies. We'll be back again tomorrow. See you later.
Do you know what time it is now? You guessed it. It's time for some more worship.
Now, my little friends, you must be very hungry. Come to my kitchen. Come, come. I will meet you there. Excuse me. Welcome back. It's moi, Chef George. Once I was a rock and roll star, you know, I'm very famous. Now I'm a famous chef. So, c'est la vie. We are going to make today, how you say, a railroad crossing. Oui. It would be one you can eat, so you can't normally eat a railroad crossing. I can't even say it. Crossing. We are going to make it from these, how you say, wafers, delicious wafers. A little bit of icing, oui. Candy, M&M. Delicious. Must be fresh, of course. So, you say, how do we start, monsieur? I will show you. So we take 1, 2 wafers. I know you can count to 2 because we have done it before. So 2 wafers. Doesn't look like much yet, but wait. You see, we take 2. We're going to cross them and make like an X. Comme ça. Now you say, how do we staple them? No, we don't staple. We're going to eat this. So we use icing, like this. Any kind of icing, they all work. We take a little knife, we put a little bit here, like a glue, we. You see? Now they stick together, makes a crossing, X, we. And you say, oh, is that it? No, that's not it, I'm not finished. See, we are going to decorate it now with M&M in the middle. Any color you want, but as long as it is red. Like a joke, we take a red one, red for stop, caution, whatever. And to stick it on, another little blob, not so big, icing, we, like so. Oh, monsieur, it is beautiful, you think, eh? Well, you're right, it is beautiful. And very tasty, if it is fresh, of course. And there we have a crossing that you can have for a snack. With after your crackers and cheese and your punch. Oh, now we are talking. Delicious. So, one more time I show you. We make one of chocolate. We take 2 wafers. 1, 2. We take icing in the middle, like so. Icing glue. You say, oh, can we make it with hot melt glue, monsieur? No, of course not. You cannot eat. Are you serious? Eating glue? No. We use icing, like this. Like this. Oh, squeeze together. Make an X. Look how it sticks. Incredible. And then, you know, I think we're going to try another color. Well, yeah, orange, or maybe green. Any color. No, probably red. Whatever. Green, maybe not so good. Let's try one other. orange. Oui. Oh, beautiful. Oui. There. Red, orange, same thing. Delicious snack you can make with your at home and you can eat it. Another snack to go with your other things, with your punch, as I said. So, happy munching, and I will see you next time. Au revoir.
Okay, engineers, are you ready to get silly? Here we go.
I don't like tomatoes and I don't think they like me. I wouldn't say I hate them and they're not my enemy. We do our best to coexist by staying far apart. I don't like tomatoes, they always make me far too unhappy. Now you might like tomatoes and that's okay with me, but please don't put one on my plate or splat one on my knee. Spaghetti sauce, tomato soup I love with all my heart, but I don't like tomatoes, they always make me far too unhappy. Maybe you thought there'd be a happy ending to this song, like I'd try a tomato and realize I was wrong. No such luck, the song ends the same way it did start. I don't like tomatoes, they always make me. I don't like tomatoes and I don't think they like me. I wouldn't say I hate them, but you won't find one near me. We do our best to coexist by staying far apart. Oh, I don't like tomatoes, they always make me. I don't like tomatoes, they always make me far too unhappy.
And now it's time for Charlie's Challenge!
Well, hello, junior engineers! Welcome to our third round of Charlie's Challenge! Do you think you can handle it? Good, then let's go! Question number 1. What did Jesus do when the disciples left him alone on the mountain? A. He had a nice meal. B. He prayed to his Father. C. He had a nice long snooze. Or D. He went shopping in the village. I wonder what he would have gone shopping for. The correct answer was B. Jesus prayed to his Father in heaven when the disciples left him alone on the mountain. Question number 2. How did the disciples react when they saw Jesus walking towards them on the water? A. They were very happy. B. They were terrified. C. They were mildly amused. Or D. They were already asleep, so they didn't see him at all. Well, I know what answer I would have picked. I would have been terrified. And so the correct answer was B. The disciples were terrified when they saw Jesus walking on the water. I mean, I think I would have been terrified too if someone came walking on the water towards me. Yikes! Question number 3. Which disciple asked to walk on the water toward Jesus? Was it A. James, B. Thomas, C. Peter, or D. Percy? Some of those names sound oddly familiar, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. Well, the correct answer was C. Peter was the disciple who wanted to walk on the water. He wanted to see Jesus walking on the water for himself. Question number 4. Why did Peter start sinking when he walked on the water toward Jesus? A. He wanted to go scuba diving. B. He got distracted and forgot to trust in Jesus. C. He never left the boat. And D. He never walked on water and he sank right away. If you chose answer B, then you'd be correct. Peter got distracted by the waves in the storm, and so he forgot to trust in Jesus, and that's why he started sinking. And lastly, question number 5. What did the disciples say after Jesus walked on the water and rescued Peter from drowning? Did they say A, "It's good to see you, Jesus"? Did they say B, "You really are the Son of God"? Did they say, C, you should have brought a life jacket? Or did they say D, we thought you were a ghost? The correct answer was B. After Jesus walked on the water and rescued Peter, the disciples bowed down and said, you really are the Son of God. Well done, engineers! That wraps up our third round of Charlie's Challenge. I hope you'll come back for our 5 questions tomorrow. See you then! Bye-bye.
Are you ready for some crafty crafting? Come on, it's gonna be fun! Welcome back, engineers. I'm glad you could join me today. Today, I am taking you somewhere special. Are you ready? Come on, let's go. All right, my train has brought us to the prairies. The prairies have a whole bunch of lakes, and our story today takes place on the Sea of Galilee. So that is almost like a lake. So come on and join me. I know your story was about Jesus walking on water. So today we are going to make Jesus, Sea of Galilee, and the boat he was in, because he went out and met the disciples when they were in the middle of a storm. And Peter came out and walked toward him. So first of all, we are going to start by making our sea. I am going to use 2 different colored pencil crayons, and I am going to color the background waves. So get ready, here we go. I'm coloring with my pencil crayon on its side again, and I want to make these waves kind of light colored because I'm hoping that these waves will be the darker ones. So when you are coloring your waves, try to get 2 different colors of blue, because when you are out on a lake or the ocean, you will notice that water is never really just one color. All right, so there are my background waves. Now, to take a little break from coloring for a minute, I am going to make my 3D waves right now. So I am going to take my glue stick, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue at one end, and in the middle, and at the other end. So I've got glue in 3 parts, and then I can press it down and make my waves. And I can make them as big or as little as I want. So I'm going to do that a couple of times here. At the end, and the middle, and the other end. And this one I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to make it end about there. Then I'm going to turn it this way and add some more. Now, as you'll notice on this one, I had room for a couple of extra ones. So I have some short ones here, and these ones I'm just going to put glue on the 2 ends, not in the middle. So I'm going to do that, and I might even have room for a few more on this one than I did on my other one, because I glued things a little closer together. So I'm going to do that. I just need to make sure that I leave room for the boat in the middle. So there we go. I have finished my background Sea of Galilee, and it looks amazing. Now I'm going to slide this over here so I have room to make my boat. So first of all, I am going to take some different colored markers to color in the lines of the wood for my boat. And these ones I'm kind of doing just at random. They don't have to be super carefully done because wood is very changeable. And lastly, I am going to take my brown pencil crayon and I am going to color in the white spaces that are left. And that adds another dimension. So again, it makes it look a little bit more like real wood. I'm coloring all the leftover white spots. There we go. So now I have my wooden boat ready to go. Lastly, I need to make my sail. So first of all, I am going to do the words that say Jesus walked on water. And now I'm going to do this part of my sail red and this part red. And I chose pink for the other color. Now that's a bright sail. So lastly, what I need to do is I need to glue here on the end of my boat and on the middle fold. So I'm folding it in half and I'm going to put some glue there and some glue there. So here we go. And on that middle fold. So then when I fold it in half and press it together, I can make the boat open up like this. Let's see if I can get this to work. Like this. And then if I push it a little bit like this and bounce it back and forth a bit, my boat will actually sit open. Okay, so I'm squeezing both ends and holding it open. And lastly, glue on my mast, and I'm going to stick it there. And I picked a red popsicle stick because I knew I was making my sail red. And if I put my Sea of Galilee right here and I prop up my boat, we've got it. So there you go, campers. Remember our story today. When Jesus went out to meet the disciples in the boat, they were having a tough time. They were in the middle of a big storm. But even when we are in the storms of life, God is always there for us, just like he was there for the disciples when they were out on their boat. Have a great day, engineers.
Do you remember our story from today? Here's a short recap.
Well, hello, engineers. Come join me down at the station and let's discover our secret code. Wait! Stop! Slow down! Honestly, little engineers, I cannot believe the people on this railway. They just left me, the most important person on the train, the guard, the conductor, behind. Can you believe that? Sometimes this railway, honestly now. Well, since I'm here, we might as well do our third secret code. I hope the mail train comes now. I mean, according to my watch, it has been running rather late today. Let me see here. Oh, I see the mail train way off in the distance over there. Hey, slow down! Do you have another letter for me? Slow down! Slow down! Thank you very much. These trains are going way too fast. They need to slow down. Well, anyway, engineers, let's open our third secret code envelope. All right, now we have 2 pieces of paper in here today. All right, let's see what it says. An engine is not an engine if it doesn't have a whistle. Very true indeed. Different lengths of whistles can mean different things. They can be used to warn passengers or pedestrians at stations and crossings. Also very true. To decipher today's secret code, you must listen to the train whistles and use the provided Morse code. Oh, that must be what this is. Yes, Morse code. Excellent. The whistle sounds will help you decode today's letters for your secret code. Good luck. All right then. Well, this may be a bit tricky. I have heard many engines' whistles, but I have never done Morse code to them before. So why don't you come over my shoulder so you can come and help me? I might need it. Okay, engineers, I'm gonna need your help to decipher this train whistle Morse code. So over here we have our Morse code sheet. As you can see, some Morse signals are long and some are short, and they all match to a corresponding letter of the alphabet. So I don't even know how many letters we're gonna have today. So let's start by listening for the train whistles. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Driver, blow the whistle! 3 short whistles. Okay. One more time, please, driver. Alright, we need 3 short whistles, or 3 blue dots. Let's have a look. That's 4 blue dots, that's 2. We need 3. Ah, the letter S. That must be our first letter. So number 1, the letter S. Alright, so let's move on to our second letter. Next whistle, driver. Oh, that was a different whistle from a different engine. Alright, I think that was short, long, long, short. One more time, please. Alright, so we need short, long, long, short, or blue, red, red, blue. Let's see here. It can't be A, can't be F, or J, or L. Oh, P. Short, long, long, short. Alright, that's our second letter. Sp. Alright. Third letter. Next whistle, please, driver. Alright, 2 short whistles, or 2 blue dots. One more time, please. Okay, so it can't be H, so it must be I. 2 short whistles. Alright. I is our third letter. We have SPEE. Alright, fourth letter. Next whistle, driver. Okay, that was similar to P, but not quite. I think it was short, long, short. One more time, please, driver. Okay, short, long, short. Can't be A. C and D are out of order. F is too short, so it can't be that one. I don't see it. That's long, short, long. We need short, long, short. Oh, R. Short, long, short. All right. Now we have spur. All right. So now our fifth letter. Next whistle, please, driver. Go ahead. 2 more short whistles. Well, we know that one, engineers. That's the letter I. 2 short whistles. All right. Now, we must have one more letter because this doesn't spell a word yet. One more whistle, driver, please, and thank you. 1 long whistle. Well, that's an easy one. Can't be any of these, so it must be the letter T. 1 long whistle. Oh, I understand now, engineers. Our secret word was spirit. Jesus lifts our spirit. Great work. You see, engineers, in today's story, the disciples were in big trouble. First they were caught in a huge storm, and then they thought they saw a ghost. I mean, what a night that must have been. And then after that, Peter started walking on the water toward Jesus, and then he started sinking. Oh, that must have been just utter chaos. I can't even imagine it. I mean, I thought the trains were sometimes troublesome on our railway, but this storm and ghost and walking on water business just sounds chaotic to me. But even through all those scary and all those confusing things, Jesus was there to help Peter and all the other disciples. In the same way, Jesus can lift our spirit when things are sad or frustrating or confusing for us too. When we pray, we can ask Jesus for comfort and courage. And when things are difficult, Jesus has promised to be with us wherever we go. So remember, engineers, life isn't always easy, but God goes with us wherever we go and in whatever we do, and He has the power to lift our spirit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go speak to our railway controller. These trains are going out of control. Some are too slow, some are too fast. Oh, it's just a mess. So see you tomorrow, engineers. Until then.
Well, that about wraps it up, engineers. That's day 3.
Day number 3. Pretty awesome.
Glitter Girl was day 3, and she was glitterific. Just like me!
Right, of course. Alright, well, see you tomorrow, engineers. Goodbye now. No, wait.
Hey,
Come on.
hey, hey! No!